the CEO brought 100 women to his room every day and ordered them to take off their clothes for inspection. Over the years, he had seen all kinds of women, even if it meant spending his entire fortune. He was willing to keep searching, yet after 20 years, he still hadn't found the body he was looking for. It turned out that the CEO possessed a pure Yang constitution. A master had predicted that he wouldn't live past this Christmas unless he found a woman with a red birthmark on her shoulder. Only by having an intimate connection with her could he dispel the deadly poison inside him. To survive, the CEO followed the master's instructions, but after 2 decades, he still hadn't found her. One day, while walking down the street, the poison suddenly flared up inside him. Just then, a passing nurse noticed his condition. Concerned, she approached and asked if he was alright. However, the CEO hated being touched by women. As they argued and struggled, he was shocked to discover that the woman had a red birthmark on her neck. Without hesitation, the CEO grabbed her and kissed her on the spot, only to be mistaken for a pervert. The woman ran off in panic, but in her haste, she accidentally dropped her ID badge. Taking advantage of the situation, the CEO quickly found out her address and immediately sent people to propose marriage. At that moment, the woman had just arrived home, only to be forced by her mother to marry her teacher. Her mother even claimed that the teacher had already sent over the betrothal gifts. Whether she liked it or not, she had to go through with the marriage. Just as she was desperately resisting, the CEO's assistant arrived at their house, bringing a mountain of extravagant betrothal gifts. Her stepsister, unaware of the situation, thought that the CEO had come to propose to her instead. But then, the CEO walked in, and the woman immediately recognized him as the shameless pervert who had kissed her. The scheming stepsister shamelessly clung to the CEO, saying she was willing to marry him. But the CEO, fiercely protective of his wife, ordered his assistant to teach the stepsister a harsh lesson. Then, he grabbed the woman's hand and dragged her off to register their marriage. The woman figured that marrying an old man was still better than marrying her teacher, so she reluctantly went along with him. The CEO thought this would finally rid him of the young poison, but the master soon delivered another shocking revelation. On Christmas Eve, only one of them would survive, because their energies were opposing forces. At best, the woman would suffer serious internal damage. At worst, she would die. The CEO remained expressionless, as if her life meant nothing to him. He even ordered his men to find a good burial plot, then made her sign a marriage contract. The contract stated that their marriage would only last 7 days. After that, they would get a voluntary divorce, and she would receive 1 billion as compensation. At first, the woman refused, but after realizing she could get 1 billion in just 7 days, she signed the contract without hesitation, completely unaware that she was signing her own death sentence. Later, the CEO started feeling a little guilty, so at her graduation ceremony, he publicly defended her. The scheming stepsister had leaked a video, falsely accusing the woman of seducing the department head. Furious, the principal revoked her graduation qualification, but little did they know, the woman's CEO husband was the school's biggest investor. Not only did he fire the principal on the spot, but he also publicly announced that she was his one and only wife. The woman was deeply moved. She finally decided to give herself to him, but the moment they got home, the CEO's younger brother arrived, bringing 2 wedding gifts. When they opened the box,